Good morning. It's October 19th. I almost saw the sunrise. Well, I mean, I was up, but from my point of view at the house, I don't get to see the sunrise unless I'm out in the country. Too many trees. Back to the cornfield we go. We've got another great eastern Nebraska fall day ahead of us. Days like today when you're in the corn and it's beautiful outside and the football, Nebraska football's on the radio. It brings back a lot of memories of years ago when we would be in the cornfield. Some dating back as far as my time with Grandpa when I was helping him out in Grand Island. The reason we haven't cut for the last 2 days was because of the high winds that we had in this area, and it is so terribly dry and the humidity was low, which is crazy for here. We didn't want to risk the chance of a fire. Lee made a really good call with that because there were multiple fires in the area over the past 2 days, and thank goodness one of them wasn't us. Morning started with getting all the ear sabers off between the snoots. We're gonna see if that helps keep the corn from bouncing out of the head. It's so dry, if you just touch these ears of corn, they just fly everywhere. So hopefully that will help. On the move again.
Mr. GQ over here.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Up here on top of this hill that Taylor and I come up and get Christmas trees, so I'm trying to scout out a couple of them as I'm up here. They always look smaller from the cab than they really are. But it looks like we've got a few to choose from anyways. Today's problem. The corn's so tall and it's so dry that the tops of the stalks land right there on top of the feeder house. And it's about to the point where I need to just stop and take it all off. Guess this is a good time. Waiting on the grain cart. We got a shift change. Kermit went home and Angie is here. Look at this mess. I can't hardly even see the tips of these snoots. I've had to kick this pile off of my feeder house multiple times today, and then it just creates another pile as soon as it gets kicked off. Good morning. Today is August 20. We should get this field done today. We should. Might have been Jimmy right there. I bet it was. In a semi this morning, headed south. Got a bald eagle over there in that tree watching us. Maybe we'll see more of him yet today. That field. Didn't see the bald eagle anymore. Actually I saw it, but it was flying. I thought maybe it was following me trying to get some lunch. Okay, so we're gonna finish this small little field that got started the other night. Combine has a chain problem that needs to be replaced, so we quit early. It's a little bit after 5. It gives Lee some time to get the chain off while it's still light, and I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's October 21st. I hear Lee. You must be down at the combine. What are you doing, Kermit?
I get it to you. Now you gotta come down, don't you?
minutes late.
Still trying to feed that chain in?
You just got here with it.
Oh, okay. The chain got put where it needed to be, and the final steps that were needed to take place were in the process when Lee realized that he was given the wrong part for getting the connection made on the chain. So what should have taken probably a half hour to do is turned into quite a fiasco. So he's sending me home. Kermit is riding along with him to the dealership to get the correct part, and the day is shortened a little bit more yet because of that mistake, which I know happens, but it's frustrating. Okay, I am back. So let's see if we can get the linkage on that chain fixed and get back to picking some corn.
I assume we can take that apart and just run without it.
It looks like the spring broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the field that we left, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. And it was 25%. What do you suppose it is today? 12? I'll let you know. Yep, this is now testing 12.5%. And the deer love it back here. So there's a lot of corn that's laying on the ground. Mostly stalks because they've already eaten all the corn. It's a bugger to cut, for sure. And there's a pretty large obstacle in the field here, somewhere getting fairly close, I think. Yep, there it is. I think this has something to do with the mines that are underground, the underground mine. Like a vent or something.
You got to come up with a different comeback for that. You could turn off your hazards. I know you're a hazard, but
What do you do?
or you could be stubborn. He's sitting there, hands folded. Oh, there he goes.
Yep, got him off.
Does this mean you're no longer a hazard?
I just left them on so the dog wouldn't run into me.
Probably the last year that Grandma Catherine in Whitney Water was alive. She was still driving her old Crown Victoria. And she called me up and said, Lee, you need to come to town and look at my car. And I go to town and look at the car, or come in, ask her what happened. And she goes, a dog ran into me. I said, well, you mean a ran into a dog? She said, no, a dog ran into me. And what had happened is she was driving down the hill from her house, and a dog was sprinting and ran right into her side door.
Well, that ain't so funny to me because I had a deer do that to me one time.
Yeah.
He's not going to spill any.
Hey, over here. Come on, try to pull in front of him, make him stop.
Just a little bit.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, damn it.
Oh,
I thought he
he's
was going to
good.
do it for sure.
It's good. Well, the clouds are moving in. Now, whether or not they'll actually produce any rain, I guess we'll find out. So we did get some sprinkles, not enough to justify shutting down, just made a mess of the header and the windows. So Angie replaced Kermit and we are still rolling. Hey Jim and I really hope that you enjoyed today's daily update. If you did, why don't you give it a thumbs up for us? We'd like to know that. And be sure to hit the subscription button and the bell notification so that you know when the next video is up and ready to watch. Thank you, and we're so glad you're along with us for the journey.